Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Team Conquer weekly call. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule and joining us here tonight. I'm super excited to share with you this topic that is really close to heart because I think that we all have our own vision of what life is and what life should be. And no one really sees life the way that we do, right? We have our own idea of what things should be. And I think we should own that and be proud of that and, share that with the world because the world needs a little bit of that. So I'm going to ask if everybody can mute their call as they come in, because I don't know how to do that and at the same time do this. So basically, I really want to touch base on that. I think that our voice is needed, but we need to stay in tune with our vision and what we want to portray out there in the world. And social media platform allows us to do this, but it's just a matter of us taking ownership of that and being okay in sharing. So let's do that. And not sure where we're all at here, but I know that when we said yes to the challenge, we were all at a point where we needed change. And we either came broken or at the time of the challenges came about in a personal level. And I share this with you because the best project that we'll ever work on is ourselves, but never in my life had I ever imagined that saying yes to this challenge 3 years ago would change my life and would have an impact in my life in such a dramatic way, in a good way. But I've never had to work on myself internally, not so much the physical. I'm here talking to you about what happened inside of me that I never imagined would happen just by me saying yes that I want to lose, weight, because I needed change. And I was at that point where I was in a dark hole and I needed it. But boy, oh boy, didn't I realize how much work I would have to put into me on a daily basis. With the sweating, with the participating in the group and learning about eating clean and all of that. But it really took me back and I appreciate the journey. To this day, I've appreciated every step of the way because it's led me to now and it's leading me to something bigger that I've envisioned all my life and I see it, but I just have to go through the trenches. So if I can share with you that you need to appreciate where we are in our journey, even if it's not where we want to be, every season serves a purpose. And it's growing pains, it's going to be challenges, it's going to hit us in our core, and we're going to want to give up at times. But all those situations that we are going through are meant to serve a bigger purpose if we allow it to. And sometimes we get kind of taken aback and we feel like a failure, things are not going our way, and I'll tell you just about the fitness level because I think that we can all connect with that. When we first started, we were given a blueprint of what things we needed to do for the workout, the 3-day cleanse, the eating plan, right? And you're doing everything to the T. And I remember I went through this at one point and 2 weeks passed and I didn't lose not 1 pound. I felt so defeated. I did everything by the book. I followed what the coach told me to do. I worked out on a daily basis. I didn't have any cheat meals. And then the scale was just stuck. But one thing is for sure, that at that moment when that weigh-in came in, at that time it was Fridays, I looked at the scale and I said, you know what? Even though that scale did not move, I am proud of what I've done for the last 2 weeks. I didn't give up. I still showed up. I still ate right. I still drank my Shakeology. I still followed the workout regimen. I still participated in the group. And you know what? I feel good about that. And I celebrated that because in the past, I started so many things and I never finished it. I never gave myself credit. I would only look at the negative. The old Norris would have just been stuck on that scale, not moving. And I would have felt defeated. I would have said, F this, I'm out, I'm not doing this doesn't work. Whatever you name it, I would have said it, and I would have kept on going, because I would have used that excuse of it just didn't work out for me. But no, I've learned through the journey that consistency will pay off eventually. And then the following week, I continued the same plan. I continued the same workout regimen and eating. Maybe I've added a little bit more cardio, and the scale moved. But I didn't give up just because it got difficult, just because I felt stuck. And sometimes we get, in that pause moment, like, oh, things are just not going my way. And fear starts coming in, and we start listening to those small voices in us and saying, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. But if we are doing everything that we know that it's in our power, we're taking control of what is controllable in our end, because we can't control what others do. We can't control other people's actions. What we can do is control our behavior, what we put in on a daily basis as far as our personal development. Are we doing our invitation process? Are we inviting others? Are we being product of the product? And are we appreciating, are we recognizing our achievements as we go along? I think that if we get stuck just on the numbers, or the goal itself, we can become a little bit overwhelmed because maybe we're not getting that goal as immediately as, we would want, but it's gonna take time. So enjoying and appreciate the journey as you go about it, and every season learning from it, knowing that it's going to be for a bigger purpose, it kind of eases the pain a little bit, because growth is painful. And a lot of people, oh yeah, this is amazing, and it is, but it's hard. And it's a journey that takes a lot from us, because it's a lot of self-reflection, and we need to be clear with ourselves on that. One of the biggest job descriptions this coaching business has done for me is that it's all about me. It's all about you. If you are not focusing on yourself, the rest of your business will fall apart. So you are the biggest project here. So when you look at everything that involves coaching and what this is all about, it's basically you setting the example for others, you leading the way, you taking the lead in your life, and at the same time, through your actions, inviting others to join you so they too can participate in this thing called life with you, in a healthier lifestyle, living with purpose and for a purpose. So I think that embracing that and looking at it in a different light helps us see things differently, and we start working and looking for personal development that helps us in the areas that we are lacking in. I know for me, confidence, I had none. I didn't believe in myself, and I was I hated me, and I would be really mean to myself. Like, I didn't need any enemies. To this day, I don't think I need any enemies, because I am my worst enemy. I'm always the one that's pointing out the wrong. So I had to focus on other things, and my personal development maybe wasn't geared towards consistency. It was geared towards being more loving, checking my mindset before anything else. And I focus my personal development on that. So it's just appreciating where you are and embracing yourself. So love yourself. Invest in your personal growth. You are your greatest business asset. Success begins with a decision. Make the decision to be successful, to do what it takes, to see it through, and never give up, because you can do this. I think that sometimes we kind of set ourselves for failure, and we kind of agree when we don't reach a goal. We're like, you see, it wasn't meant to be. I'm not for this. It's easier for them. But you set yourself up for that even before you started. And we give up even before we go through the trenches. I think that our expectations might be a little bit geared incorrectly. And it's just the way the society is. Nowadays, we're in a microwave society where we feel like, okay, so I signed up to be a coach. Where are the six figures? And I know that I've had those moments. I'm like, all right, now, where are they? But I can't look at the number. I have to look at my journey so far to this day. I didn't start where I am at now, but I've had to go through the trenches. I've had to go through those growing pains. Have I regretted every step of the way? Absolutely not, because I'm still here and I've learned so much. I've gained so much more than what I've lost. It's all the decision that we make on a daily basis. If you decide that this is for you, then it's going to work. But if you're an on and off kind of person, you're going to be throwing this out to the universe, and the universe is going to be confused because, heck, one day we're all for it, we're all gun ho, we're being active, we're showing up in social media, we're inviting, we're posting, we're energetic, we listen to PD, we feel that the world is ours, and we do that and we post away. Then the next day comes because we've had so many no's and so many rejection, life gets in the way, bills are coming in, and you're like, I know, oh, I'm over this. And then you stop doing the behaviors. That sets you back. So you're kind of playing this cha-cha and losing focus of what really is the core of this, which is you. If you love yourself, if you take care of you first, your body, your mindset on a daily basis, and you focus on that of just being your best self every single day, your posture starts changing. Your demeanor is more of a confident person rather than someone that feels beat up, because you're working on yourself, regardless of what surrounds you, regardless of all the hesitations and remarks that you get, because you're gonna have the naysayers. It comes automatically with this title. People will look at you differently, like, who the heck does she think she is? Like, oh, now all of a sudden she's Miss, health guru. Forget about other people. Put blinders on and remember why you started. It was because you made a decision that you needed change, and you needed change now. So every single day you're going to need to refocus on yourself. It's not that you're selfish. It's not that you're self-centered. We are called to love ourselves and to take care of our temple. And if we continue to focus and gear towards what everything else, all the little shining objects that are around us, we lose focus of what really matters, and that's us. If we are not okay, everything else falls apart. So focus on your posture, focus on working on yourself, building your self-esteem from the inside out, and trust and believe the pounds will start dropping. You're gonna start believing in yourself. You're going to start speaking with more conviction because you know that it's going to impact others the same way that it's impacted you. Your words, your attitude. Believe you me, people can read you. They know if you're being real or if you're being fake or if you're just putting up a front. You can't fake this. And I think now more than ever, social media now with all these apps where people need you live and present, they need to feel you. They need to see that, you know what, that person at the end of the day is real. She understands me. I can connect with her on this level or on another. But we need to get into our core of who we are and what we want to become. I know that we are getting asked a lot in the chats, how do you reach your population, this niche thing? How do you connect to that 2%? Well, it boils down to you and who you are and your story. If you don't take time away to really reflect where you came from, your childhood, your adult, your teenage years, all that has embodied you, who has shaped you to be who you are today, and jotting those things down that really affected you, it's going to be difficult for you to connect to that 2%. Why? I know it happened for me. In the beginning, I always wanted things to be a little bit more superficial because, let's be real now, going deep into our story hurts because we need to relive the past. And past moments that you've let go of, you've kind of covered and said, you know what, it's over and done with. I don't need to go there. But where we are today as coaches in the front line, we need to reflect back in our trajectory, like what has led you to be where you at right, where you're at right now. So that means going to the past, going into the pain, and how you endured, how you overcame. Because that dark period in your life, I've lived this to this day, is where you are going to connect with that 2%. That's when you're going to be able to, through your post, speak to that person. Maybe it's not going to be on a daily basis, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, like this whole art of recruiting is really touching base on this, and it's connecting in a deeper level how Beachbody has changed your life, how it's changed your perspective. And I'm not talking to you about, now I'm a 6-figure earner or a million. If you are, kudos to you and post about that. I'm talking about the minimal stuff of, I would always start something and I would never finish. Now I've learned to adapt the consistency that is needed. I have accountability. I have a support team that allows me to continue on the path, and I haven't given up to this day. This week, I worked out 6 times a week, something I would have never done in the past. So it's like breadcrumbing your stories of failures in the past and what you've become now and what you're working towards on a daily basis. It's in those daily activities and the daily posts that you start breadcrumbing your story, but you first need to do the nitty gritty and write the ugly, the pretty, and the good. So it's a cleansing moment, and it's growth. Trust and believe it is. And it's crafting and owning your story. I love this quote. If we own the story, then we can write the ending. Like, how powerful is that? Like, sometimes we get carried away with our daily day, and like craziness and our stress levels can become a little bit out there. But if we own everything, if we own our background, if we own how we were raised and things that make us us, or the things that have hurt us in the past, and we embrace all of it and make it our own and say, you know what, this has been it. I own it. I accept it. But now I'm going to be in charge from this day on of what's going to be the ending of my story. And that ownership is what convicts me on a daily basis. That's what gets me to the core, because I've always wanted that. I've always wanted to control the most that I can, because obviously God has our plans, but I just need to, move towards his light and have him guide me. But at the end of the day, I need to do the daily activities, the daily actions that's going to guide me towards that. Faith in action, right? Because if you don't have any action, then your faith is dead. But owning it and knowing that whatever you're doing on a daily basis is getting you closer to that vision you've always had, that dream, and the results of your future, and all of that will come to life. So crafting your story and owning it is key in this. So if you haven't done so already, I know that we've said this a million times and it sounds like a broken record, but your story is what's going to get you. The bottom line is where you're going to be able to touch other people's lives. You're going to be able to help others because you're going to connect with them in a deeper level. I can connect with them the way that you would, because your story is true to you and mine is true to mine and to me. So the pain that you've endured is meant to serve a bigger purpose. I don't believe that things just happen to happen. Everything happens for a reason. So jot down, start writing, who are you? Like, what's made you, What didn't you like about your background? How has Beachbody come to the rescue? Your results, how do you feel about the future? Like, did you even dream? I know that at one point, it slapped me really hard in the face because I stopped dreaming. I went, I did everything by the books, A-type personality naturally. I graduated from school, I got my real job, and then after that, I got married, bought the house, had the kids, and then what? And now I'm like, okay, so now I have to plan out the rest of my life. Like, I forgot to dream. Like, what happened to dreams now? So Beachbody has done that for me. And I want to dream. I want to have a vision board now. I never thought of that before. Now I do. So it's simple things like that you don't really think of as big, but they really should be. So whatever that is to you, start crafting that and start writing about this and connecting with others. So the top 10 reasons I love being a Beachbody coach. You might have some that you can connect with here. I get to help people. I get to be an example for my family, work with great and inspiring people. Motivation to better myself. Personal development, again, has been like key into my success on a daily basis. I don't care so much about rank. I don't care about what's in my bank account. I care that I become a better version of me and I feel content in the body that I lived in. I never experienced that before until now. So that to me is priceless. And every single day I aspire to become a better version of me. And how awesome is that that's part of my job description. I'm my own boss. Like, I can prepare my schedule. I can be present in the life of my kids. If you're a full-time employee right now, at least you know that you're able to now have extra income and have the flexibility to work the hours that you can, and you're building towards that dream of yours. I have 25% discount on products. Hello. So many benefits of becoming a Beachbody coach. I can go on and on tonight, but it's pretty much waking up every day knowing that my life means something to someone else, that I can inspire, I can shed light to where so many darkness is, because we live in a very negative world. And I never experienced happy people before the way that I have now in Beachbody. I did when I participated in church years ago, but now I found happy people again, people that really want you to become better. And that, to me, I can't put a price on that. So if I can share that with someone else, why not? And one day, not for nothing, I do want someone to just say, you inspired me, and because of you, I didn't give up. Yeah. So our job is definitely hard. Again, because we need to be in the storefront. We need to be present on a daily basis, whether it's a good, a bad, a rainy, a stormy day. We've made the decision of, you know what? When we said yes to this opportunity, it was because we were done with the past. We made a decision to let go of the past. Bye-bye. I'm up for the challenge, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to transform my life from the inside out. But that's going to entail a lot. So we need to just know that it's going to be a process. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Just the way that our bodies take time to transform, the same thing happens in our business. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It takes time. And with that, we need to know that we need to slow down a little bit. We need to connect with people, acknowledge them, focus on building a genuine relationship. Again, like, not so much the microwave effect, like, be friends with people. People need that. I had a live last week, I believe, with Unnervous, and it's something that this world is missing. Realness, like real people who really care for you. Like, it's okay. Like, a lot of people, and I'm sure you've encountered this, they're not used to that. Like, okay, so what's in it for me? That's the world that we're living in. Let them know that that's not you. Be genuine. Form them, listen to them closely. What are their needs? What is it that they need from you, so you can help them get what they want? They want to be heard. And think about how you want people to feel after they spoke to you. Like, it's all about how people feel, not so much anything else. So uplift people, praise them, and even in the smallest steps, it goes a long way. And tips for success: emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Now, I'm going to have coffee on that one, because that one sounds easy, but it's hard. And I know for me, that's one of the ones that I have to target the most. Why? We give a lot. We give a lot of ourselves. And in that, we give pieces of our heart. And we give them, and we give them. And unfortunately, sometimes the person is not ready to receive them. And we need to be okay with that. Again, detach yourself emotionally. You've done everything in your power to help them, to equip them with what they need, the tools that they need. They have so much potential, but until that other person doesn't see it, you cannot beat it into them. They need to be ready. They need to be at that point in their life of where they say yes, the same way that you've said yes. So focus on helping them and making a positive impact. Don't forget about them just because they're not ready now. Continue the relationship and continue embracing them where they're at. Call them. It's easier to establish a connection over the phone than on, through Messenger. So you'll have those instances where people just need to hear you. They need to hear that you are real, the conviction in your voice that it's, it's true. It's good. The posture of assuming the sign up. Like, I know that works for me. Like, it's going to happen. It's not cocky. It's the confidence of, you know what? And Nervous laughs at me because, oh no, it's going to happen. It can be like, I remember going to the cruise last month and I was at SC0 and I got back and I'm like, oh, it's going to happen. Like, it's a yes because it's a yes because I made that decision. So I am assuming that whatever I am doing on a daily basis is going to get me to my goal. But I made that decision, then I go for it. And my actions are hand in hand with my goal. And when I speak to people, I just don't let them know about it's the fitness program and it's Shakeology. You got the whole package. Like, you have a team of people behind you, a support group, accountability. And I have 10 more minutes, you see? You have a support team. It's a team effort. You're going to have all of that. And you get me as your coach. That's a side on, It's the whole thing. I think that sometimes we just focus too much on the pricing and what the ingredients Shakeology has. But it's much more than that. People need more of the human connection rather than facts. And through your story, you help them understand what this has done for you. And ask what's holding you back. Like, it's okay, whatever it is, and then try to go back to their why. Be a great listener. It's all about them. It's not about you. And you get better with practice. Come from a place of confidence. Share this incredible opportunity that has changed your life. And don't feel like it's impossible. Change your mindset and you will change the results that are happening. Trust and believe you need. And that's pretty much it. I hope that this, makes sense to you in any way. I'm going to open the line for questions because maybe you might have some. I have 10 more minutes because I didn't use Nervous's Zoom, but I think that it gives us enough time to just chat. So let me just try to get out of here because I'm smart with this. How do I stop share? Okay, I stopped. So yeah, guys. Oh, you've been chatting. I don't know who's been chatting. Unmute yourselves and talk to me, please. No? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Jen, Diana. Thanks for hopping on. Jocelyn. So talk to me. Someone, just say that you've been here, that you're listening. Talk to me. No one? Oh, no. I'm going to have some coffee. Come on now. By the way, 3 years ago, I would have never done a call. I would have told the Nervous, absolutely not. You're nuts. I am not going to jump on a call. But you know what? I've been open to new challenges. And even like I said it this year, I'm going to be a yes person. Any opportunity knocking, obviously that it's, according to God's plan, I'm going to say yes. Anything that gets me to that edge of like, whoa, I'm going to start saying yes more than no, because I need to be open for what's coming. And sometimes I close the door too many times, and it's time for me to be more open-minded for challenges. Giselle, needed this call after having the baby. All these thoughts creep in through my mind like, here we go again. I thought I would never see those numbers on the scale. Now you have to work twice as hard, blah, blah, blah. And then I feel like retracting. And then I shake it off and tell myself at this time it's different, that I'm not the same person I was before. It's all about digging deeper into your why, for sure. So true. I think that sometimes we need to look back at how far we've come. We look just, oh my God, the journey ahead seems so long and far off. Like, whoa, how am I going to get there? But we fail to see all that we've endured and all that we've conquered and all that we've achieved. And we fail to give ourselves credit for that. Like, come on now, like you've done a lot. And look at those small steps of even drinking Shakeology daily. Like that to me is huge. Drinking water, like, whoa, I post it 3 times a day. I've engaged. I go into the support group. I comment on their pictures. I post in the groups. I'm being engaging. I'm being someone else's light. Like I'm being inspiration. I'm being a motivation to others. Like that in itself takes a lot of guts. Like what we do is not easy. If not, the whole world would do this. But it takes a lot of vulnerability. It takes a lot of us being real and genuine people. And being in the trenches, even when, Giselle, like, you know, you go back to that number and you're like, whoa, here I go again. Now I got to prove that this works. I got to do this no matter what. And you know, you're in the storefront. You're a leader. And that's why we're leading. That's why we're owning this. That's why we are the CEO of our companies. But we need to make sure that we take care of us first, because we get a lot of negativity coming our way. And if we don't protect ourselves, then where are we going to go? Like that gets, you know, kind of shady. So I don't know. I need you guys talking to me because we have 4 more minutes and I really wanted to enjoy speaking with you guys. Nadie, pero es verdad. No me hagan llorar. How do I go?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Yay.
Hi, it's Rosa.
Hi, Rosa. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing great now. Thank you. I just wanted to say that, honestly, I'm right here, you know, like with a knot in my throat because you actually spoke on things that have been on my mind so much lately. So thank you so much for your words because really it's made a difference for me. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm happy that it did. What touched you the most, if I can ask?
Just the whole fact that you're seeing improvement on yourself and everything, but just reaching out to people and just talking to them and not getting that feedback from other people as far as, you know, I guess you want them to jump on board, but everybody's just giving you like this look like you're crazy. What are you talking about? And not giving you the time of day, basically. And you're opening yourself, you're telling your story to them, you're letting them know, you know, you started from zero and here you are, and you want to share the nice things that are happening to you from the inside, because that's the most important thing, the way you feel now, not necessarily what you see in the outside, but how you're feeling and the changes that you're experiencing because of this group that you in, not only because of the way, because the way is a bonus. But the actual mindset and the way of it has changed the way I see certain things. And you want to share that because it's a great feeling and you want to be able to give that to other people. But you open yourself and you're just getting these looks or these responses like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, like, okay, yeah, it was nice, just continue. And that's hard. I mean,
The rejection part of it is definitely hard, but what I find is, and it helps me tons, and I thank God that I've been able to kind of look at it this way, is the self-growth. And I'm not the Norris that was 3 years ago, and I'm happy to say that because I've worked on myself more than the physical, as you said. Like people look at me like, wow, you've transformed. Yes, I have, but I can't fake pretty. I feel pretty inside. I don't care how I look outside. I feel good on the inside. So I'm not losing by sharing my story. I'm not losing by becoming a coach, by being in the front every single day of my life and sharing my life with others. I'm not losing by doing that. I'm gaining so much more by that because I've become stronger. I've become closer with my faith. Like before, I have less than a minute, so I'm going to wrap this up and then we'll talk a little bit more. So thank you, ladies, for joining me. Stay on, and I will post a recording right after this.